The Modern Barnhouse came about really as a way to honor the landscape and the history of the location where this house is. This location has a really magical energy. It's an old farmstead from 1890. There's an old red barn standing on it, and there was an old outbuilding that I'm remodeling as well. And so I wanted the home to be able to integrate those buildings and really continue to tell the story of the farmstead, but in a modern way. To me, it was about clean lines, simplicity in design, openness and a connection through the windows, through the glazing, to the outdoors. We have a gorgeous cedar on the outside. For the roofing, I wanted metal. I wanted to echo a traditional kind of barn and farm feel. But then I wanted to bring in the really modern, sleek lines of black windows, using a lot of white oak, which has light reflective properties. It had to be taller, so you had the northern exposure and the southern exposure. And then you had to have a lot of light reflective properties inside, which meant white oak, light woods, white walls, so that you get the light bouncing around the space at all times of day. The house is centered around the stairwell. I wanted a skylight above the stairwell, not just for the light properties, but also for passive cooling. I wanted to be able to open it and have a really beautiful flow of air through this open stairwell space. There's so much simplicity in the way that this space is constructed. I wanted to be able to capture the outside light, not just through the windows in the stairwell, but really have something above you that wasn't a chandelier, that wasn't a light fixture, that was something that glowed, that was a focal point. And for me, the answer was the skylight right there. The owner's suite is a space that I wanted to feel really magical, so much so that I wanted to create a bridge so that you leave the main house and enter the owner's suite so that you are going through double doors and into another space where you're having a completely serene and peaceful experience. And a huge part of that was the bathroom and all of the glazing and the windows and the skylight. I wanted the owner's suite bathroom to feel like a spa getaway, but like a treehouse, like you are sitting in a luxe treehouse taking a bath, and all you have are nature views. My son's bedroom, I wanted to be whimsical. Having a 15-foot ceiling allowed me a lot of height to play with. It's almost like the room has 2 levels. So I knew I wanted to do a bunk bed in there, but I wanted to have a nook above the closet that could be accessed by a movable ladder. So it's like a reading nook. It can even be a sleeping nook up there. And because there's several levels to the room, I needed windows on the first level and I needed windows on the second level. So for me, a skylight in there was kind of the answer to have a second level light in that space. It was really important to me to create a space that made you feel like the lines between nature and interiors were blurred. Wherever you're going through the house, you're really having a conversation with the woods outside.